Shalom. Shalom. Namaste. It is indeed a beautiful day. It's just a beautiful day out here, and well, I'm here on my 5th day of the week for walking, and it's not as warm as yesterday, but it's still pretty good. Current temperature is 48 degrees, and Google said the real feel was 42. So when Google said the real feel was 42, I was like, let me get my scarf just in case I get cold. So that's why you see me with my scarf on. But it's not that cold. It's not like so cold that I need to wrap my neck up and stuff like that. But I do have on gloves because it is a little bit cooler than yesterday, so I know I was like kind of almost barely making it with what I had on yesterday. So I was like, all right, let me put a little bit more on today, and then I'll be good. I'm good. So yeah, here in these sticks of Virginia, it's good. It rained earlier today, so the ground is wet, but it's not raining now. So I was like, I'm excited because I get to make 5 days this week of walking. And speaking of walking, did you go for your walk today? It's important that we walk 10 to 15 minutes a day. Keep the juices flowing in our body. Did you eat your live food today? I had Pomojan made me breakfast. Well, he made me breakfast like every day, but this time I got to have my favorite fruit with it, and that was strawberries. And I was excited about the strawberries. I get excited about food. I really like food. So we had the breakfast sandwich and the strawberries, and so that was my live food for today. And I do plan to drink some more yogurt before the end of the day, because I drink yogurt like 1 or 2 times a day. And did you drink your water? Agua. Did you drink water? Water is good for you. Definitely when you wake up, you know what I mean? Drink your 8 to 12 ounces of water. You can probably add some lemon juice with it. Some lemon juice, some lemon. You can add lemon juice as long as it's real lemon juice, but actual lemon slices would be best, so that we can help alkalize the water and flush the system, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So if you have not had your water, look at the birds. Birds just flying. Evidently, they just flew over here. Evidently, I was just disturbing them, and so they decided to all fly up in the trees. Look, it's so pretty. I know we see birds all the time, but it's always good to just appreciate these forms of nature. But yeah, so if you haven't had your water, make sure you drink your water. 8 to 12 ounces. Now it's a very good time to start drinking water. Right now. Good. What's the news? What is the news? Fresh Air Chronicles. What is the news? So today I want to talk about your relationship with food. How do you feel about food? Do you like to eat food when you're happy? Do you like to eat food when you're sad? Do you like to eat food just because? Or do you even like food? I was one of those people. I didn't like food. I didn't, because I thought it was boring. When I was eating meat, I was tired of eating the same 3 things: chicken, beef, and pork. So I didn't like it. But then when I switched over to plant-based lifestyle, I actually enjoy food now. There's so many different things that you can do. I'm pretty sure there's so many different things you can do with meats, but I learned about a lot of different grains, like quinoa. I used to pronounce it quinoa, but it's called quinoa for real, and bulgur wheat, and all those other type of grains you can actually use and eat other than rice. You know what I mean? So Now, I mean, I'm good with food. So it's good that we recognize what our relationship is with food, because if you're someone who eats when they're happy or eats when they're sad, that just means you're an emotional eater. And it's not necessarily, the best thing. We're supposed to eat when we need, we're supposed to eat for nourishment, and not because we're happy or we're sad or, things like that. So whenever I do notice that, whenever I have a moment where I want to celebrate, I'll bring out some food now. I know how to order some food now, cook some food. I eat a lot of food when I'm celebrating, so I guess I'm an emotional eater as well. So I think that just started because I didn't like eating a lot at first. So anyways, back to this relationship that you have with food. If you're that person that's an emotional eater, once you recognize that, you should be able to do something about that. Because a lot of us who eat because we're happy, we tend to eat just because, and we eat and become overweight. And then you have people who don't eat when they're sad. You know what? I'm over here looking over my life. I was one of those people. I didn't eat. I was teenage years and early adulthood. I was one of those people that did not eat when I was sad. I would just I guess I call myself punishing myself. I don't know. And that's also, not good, because what if you're hungry? What if your body needs these nourishments and you're not eating? So we want to be able to change our relationship with food. We should be, or how do you think about food? Are you one of those people that like to eat soul food all the time? I ain't really a big fan of soul food. I'm gonna be quite honest. All that gravy and all that messiness, I wasn't a big fan of it. But then again, I'm different. But these are habits that we learn. A lot of times we learn these type of habits and the way we move in regards to food from our family and how we was raised. So that's why I ask these questions. If you like eating soul food and you call it you food for the soul and make you feel good, then I gotta challenge you to rethink that, because a lot of the times when it's soul food, it's really not good for the soul, because it's slowly deteriorating our body, because you have to deal with a lot of bad fats, high carbs, things like that. Look at a plate. Whenever they say it's soul food, it's a lot of unhealthy foods up there, and it could be healthy, but because they slap some gravy on it, now it's not healthy. You know what I mean? So rethink the whole soul food. And you can still say soul food, but let's say soul food in reference to actual real foods, live foods, like our grains, our bulgur wheat, our quinoa, I'm gonna say it right, couscous. Yes, couscous. Black rice, not white rice. And those type of grains. And then our vegetables that a lot of people don't like eating, including myself. Our broccoli, cabbage, things like that. This is real soul food. And I ain't talking about drenched in a lot of oil. I'm talking about steamed. I'm talking about not a lot of butter and less salt. And actually, did you know that you can actually season food without salt? Get out of here. Woo. So it's just that, eating foods that are feeding the actual soul in your body, that's not going to tear your body down, deteriorate your body, and actually has the nutrients. Because even eating meats, if you think about you eating meats, people say, I want to eat meat for the protein. Well, we have plenty of vegetables and grains that have protein: quinoa, kale, leafy greens. All of these things have protein in it. And we also have avocados, a fruit. Fruits with protein in it. Avocado has protein in it. You know what I mean? So you probably want to eat meat for other nutritious reasons, but the thing is, you don't need it. You don't need meat. The animals who actually that you actually eat, they eat the vegetables, and look how they grow. So you're basically eating recycled nutrients. So why not get it from the source? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I say this because it's a lot of people that I'm talking about food and our relationship with food and health. There's a lot of people, you know, we tend to have these habits because it was good for our parents and our grandparents. It's also good for us. But the truth is, we know better. So if we know better, we must do better, especially when it comes to our health. And food is either going to heal us or it's going to kill us. Okay? So let's not eat the foods that's going to kill us. Let's eat the foods that's healing to us. I mean, you can heal yourself through food. If I know, for me, for example, I know that there's certain things that I just can't eat because I'll have eczema flare-ups. It'd be real crazy because I ain't have these problems until I started having children. And what happened? They be talking about your body be changing and everything like that when you have children, but to actually experience it, it's a totally different level. Anyways, back to the eczema. If I ate certain foods, then it would cause eczema flare-ups, and it would be mainly, of course, the acidic foods and things like that. And I had to stop eating it. If I didn't stop eating it, then I'd at least slow down or find some way to combat it. And yeah, how I combat it, I actually make an oil blend that works really good for my skin. And I drink dandelion tea. And that's one of the teas I told you I drink like every day because my skin, dandelion is really good for your liver. Your liver is connected to your skin. So I drink it because it helps to heal my skin. And then I also make sure that I watch what I eat. A lot of times, like I said before, your body is going to tell you what's going on. And every time I ate certain foods, I just knew it. Just eczema, just flare-ups everywhere. It just be like, it's crazy. People who don't have eczema will never know the pain. But I know that I learned to clear it up by staying away from certain foods. Like, definitely meat, definitely milk. That definitely helped a whole lot. And milk products. And I couldn't eat soy. I still shouldn't eat soy. But I eat it less than when I used to eat it. And things like that. That's just one example of how, you know, food is going to either hurt you or it's going to help you. And eat the foods that's going to help you. When you think about how you live and you eat food just because, does that cause you to gain weight? And do you like that you gain weight? And if you don't, what are you going to do about it? Are you still going to eat? I gained weight. Okay, look, when I was, second child, right? Gabriel. I got up to 200 pounds with him. Don't worry, some of it came out when I had him, because he was definitely like, he was a 9-pound baby, so 8 pounds, 14 ounces. So I was heavy, but I didn't stay 200 pounds. So, long story short, 7.5 years later, I'm 50 pounds less. But I did not keep that off just by sitting and doing nothing. I did have to stop eating certain foods. I had to practice push-aways, just self-discipline, self-control, and things like that. So even if you're not happy with how you are and your relationship with food, it's never too late to change it. It's never too late to just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to do something different. Just step by step, little by little, day by day. I didn't wake up and just decide that I'm just going to start like disciplining myself and not eating certain things. I just slowly told myself that I didn't need it, and I shouldn't eat it because of what it does, the effect that it has on my body. And that's how I did. That's basically how I live. It's just my thing. It's what I do. So yeah. So think about. I just want you to take this moment, take this opportunity to think about your relationship with food. And while you do that, make sure you, again, drink your water, go for your walk, and eat your live foods. Okay, if we don't like our relationship with food, if we're not happy with the outcomes based on our relationship with food, we should definitely change it. It's never too late to change. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter the situation that you're in. It's never too late to change. So until next time,